Hiya friends, how are you? That was a break. That was too long of a break, I'm sorry. Life has just been crazy, and let me catch you up because so much has happened. So much has happened. Great things. A lot has happened. How about that? A lot has happened. First and foremost, I think my last video I announced the amazing news that I got a job. And guess what? I got another job. And for the past few weeks, I've just been kind of waiting to hear back from this job, and I have just been in kind of like a limbo of anxiety. It was also a massive heat wave here in Toronto, and I don't do well in the summertime. Seasonal depression so hard in the summer, and it just hit me all at once. And so I didn't really feel like filming, to be honest. But the great news is that I got a job. It's a full-time job at an academic library, working afternoons and evenings, which I've said this entire past year that was my actual goal, because it means that I'll have my mornings still to write, and I am very, very excited about that. But I did spend the last few weeks just kind of in a limbo waiting to hear back from this job, and it took a really long time. And that combined with the heat wave, I just was not up for filming, and I'm really sorry, but we are back and we are ready to party, and I owe you an update. I owe you an update on Project 2K because something else has kind of slightly changed from that. I'm still doing it. It is still happening. I just realized as I was doing my Project 2K that I desperately needed to go back and build out my book Bible. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. I've just been sitting and I've been reading my first book, and I've been building my little reference book Bible on Notion, and it's been really good. So instead of actively writing 2K a day, I've been going through and editing at least 2K a day, which has been more than enough. I feel like I've gotten a really good chunk done. I am hoping to finish this week, because if I finish this week, then I can start actively writing 2K a day in July. I don't even think you would have wanted me to film, because I was just like walking around in a haze because it was so hot, and I was waiting to hear back from this job, and I was starting this new job, and I was stressed out. And on top of that, with writing, I was just really reading, which I love. I love editing so much, but I was just kind of reading and I wasn't really actively writing, and it just probably wasn't going to be a very good time. But we are back. I'm feeling so much better. I got a full-time job. The heat wave has broken. I am alive again, and I am ready to stop job searching and just get back into a routine. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful to kind of have an idea of what the next few years of my life are going to look like. It's going to be very exciting, but I'm just so glad to have that weight off my shoulders, to be honest. So, hi, welcome to a vlog. Welcome to a little week in my life, writing / editing 2K a day in an attempt to finish a draft by the end of the summer. Can she do it now? I don't know. The other thing that I was thinking was that once I actively start writing 2,000 words again, I'm probably going to just focus on my one project and just get that project done by the end of the summer. That feels good. So I'm probably going to do that. But for now, this week is just going to be spent working through my little book Bible, and it kind of feels good. It feels like I'm researching my world and building out like a little research project, which I think has been really good for me. It's been reminding me of things. It's led to me writing some things for the new book and just kind of building it out. Because if you don't know, I'm currently writing a series, and I finished the first book. I'm working on the second book, but I've gone back to reread the first book to build out a little reference Bible. How many times am I going to say that? I don't know. But anywho, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm feeling incredibly awkward talking to the camera for the first time in a really long time. I got a job. It's great. It's so great. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to start working full time and like have my schedule set and be able to write around it and all this stuff. But for now, I'm going to go to a coffee shop. You're going to come with me, and we're going to get started and hopefully finish this reread by the end of this week. So let's get into it. Get cozy. I forgot to say that. Wherever you are, get cozy. It's really important that you are cozy. Or, you know, cleaning. Someone said that they were cleaning their bathroom. That's good too.
I was on a train in the middle of the city. Saw a girl sitting on the floor with the headphones on. She was humming a tune, looking as happy as she could be, nodding her head and closing her eyes and singing the song she was singing. sun broke through the windows. Now everyone's humming along. Yeah, she got everybody singing that universal song. I was on a cruise in the middle of the ocean. Was sitting alone at a table for two. The band was on a break, cause the singer, he was late. But the second he got on stage, started singing that same old tune he was singing. The sky is changing from indigo into blue, and I am changing too. For the first and the last time, the earth is trembling, and I am trembling too. It makes me feel alive. It's the only thing I know. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead.
Hello. Hi. How are you? I still have so much time before I have to leave for work, but I thought I would get a little bit ready right now just because I have been sitting and staring at my screen for like 2 hours, so I'm taking a little bit of a breather. And I just got dressed. I'm gonna do something with my hair, I don't know, and then make some coffee and get back to it because I am almost done. I'm so close to being done. I have no idea how much I have left because towards the end of my book, I was just writing and I wasn't necessarily worrying about chapter breaks or anything like that. So a part of what I've been doing is I have been adding chapters. I've been splitting up scenes and adding chapters because towards the end, some of the scenes or the chapters are like 4 times the size of all my other chapters. So it doesn't look good for pacing. So I've gone in and maybe I'll just leave my hair like down for now. Maybe I'll pin it back. Have been going in and I've been splitting up these chapters into different scenes to make them into smaller chapters. And so I actually have no idea how much I have left because one of the chapters split into like 3 different chapters. So we shall see, but it is going really well. I'm almost done. I am like at the last little bit, like probably like the last 10 to 20% of the book. So we're getting there. We're getting really close. And then what I have to do next is I basically have to go in and fix up my Notion because all I've been doing is just copying and pasting my descriptions or my world building moments, and I need to go in and like actually write them in like a coherent way. And I'm really excited, but I have so much time still because I don't have to leave for work until like 12:30. Which is amazing. I'm so happy. I love the schedule, and like my new job has a very similar schedule where I basically have my mornings to myself. So I can write, I can go to the gym, I can get all the things done before I work afternoon and evenings. I'm really loving this story and I'm getting so many more ideas for the second book, and I've even been able to cut some of the scenes from the first book and I think I'm going to use them in the second book because some of them don't need to happen just yet, and it feels good. It feels really good. I really feel like this is kind of like my final pass at story editing with this book. I probably will do a copy edit before it publishes, but other than that, like in terms of the story is done. I can't do anymore. I can't fix anymore. It's done. It's all there, and unless by some like magic happenstance I get an editor, this is what the story's gonna be. So I'm really excited for that. I do have plans to self-publish it. Maybe not next year, but the year after that. I just have some life things that I need to figure out first, but the book will be out there. I just want to write more into the series. I just don't want to push out a first book and then like not even have the second book written. I don't want to do that. So I want to write the second book and then possibly write the third book and then release the first book. Anywho, that's for future Megan. I don't know why I'm going into the future. Right now, I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. I'm going to drink my water because all I've had today is coffee, so not looking good. And I'm gonna get back to writing before I have to go to work. Also, you have to see my outfit because I'm obsessed with these pants. with my first paycheck, I went shopping and I bought these pants. And look at them, they're so cute. I feel like I'm going exploring. These are from Uniqlo. And also so is the shirt, but the shirt is actually thrifted. But these I bought new because I haven't bought new clothes in years. And I wanted a very specific style of pants. And these are it. And I'm into it. Okay, I'm gonna go make coffee now.
As our fortunes come to find our hands, and our worried bones fall back into place, we've been chasing fire and wind for too long. Now it's time to make some space of our own. Let's make some space of our own. Let's make some space of our own. We could try to change the way things burn. Take a little step outside and stay warm. Either way, to me, you're my friend. I see you in this space we made at the end. Let's make some space of our own. 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 Hey. The sky is changing from indigo into blue, and I am changing too, for the first and the last time. The earth is trembling, and I am trembling too. It makes me feel alive, it's the only thing I know. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll sing.
I'm wearing the same pants as yesterday, but I don't care because this outfit is cute, it's cozy. Hi, hello. I am just about to go to work, and little update, I finished my reread. As you saw, the ending of this book is so emotional, and it just hits me every single time I read it, and I just love it so much. There's one scene in particular that I sobbed when I wrote it, and every single time I reread it, I just go back to that moment when I was first writing it, and it's so special. And so, since I finished my reread yesterday, today I started working on my book Bible. Basically what that means is just taking everything that I copy and pasted haphazardly and actually organizing it into like coherent sections and things like that. I wish I could show show you, but there are so many spoilers that I simply cannot. And I basically got through all of my characters, which was a lot more work than I was anticipating. I thought my characters would be the easiest part, and they still probably are going to be, which is scary because it took me like 4 hours to clean everything up. So for the next few days, I'm just going to clean up my book Bible, and then I'm back to the 2K a day. And I'm in a much better place. I think that this was just a brilliant idea because it has given me so many ideas for the series and how I want it to end. And I have so many ideas for scenes and things that I want to explore a little bit more. And it's really, really smart. I wish I had built this book Bible a long time ago. And frankly, I am surprised that the book is as coherent as it is, even though I didn't have that. Look, I know I promised a 2K a day. We're gonna get there and it's gonna happen, and it already happened for 2 full weeks, maybe 3 weeks, but life just got a little crazy and I am really excited to get back to it, but I just really needed to do this reread before because it set me up. It set me up for such good work in the future. So I think that's it. That's all. I'll check back in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just start working on the book Bible. I think I've got like the settings next that I want to work through, all of the copying and pasting of the paragraphs. Basically what I did was whenever I read something interesting, I copy and pasted it into the section that I think would be the most relevant, and now I have to go and I have to clean it all up and make it like actually reference worthy, so I'm not like scrolling through massive chunks of writing trying to find a tiny little detail. Anyhow, it's really interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you, especially because I can't show you, but I feel good about it. So let's continue.
And slowly disappear into it all, as it always was, as it really is. As it always was. There's a wildfire behind me, an orchard ahead. Will you come with me and taste all of it? We'll turn into magpies and fly on the fiery wind above it all. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll dance for forever and slowly disappear into it all. As it always was, as it really is. Into it all.
He's so weird because he wants to snuggle, but he doesn't want to lay on me in the position that I'm in. He's actually really grumpy because Tom is gone right now, and normally he lays in Tom's office with him, so he's feeling a little out of place right now. I am working away on my book Bible still. I'm almost done. I wish I could show you. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm really, really glad that I'm doing this. I feel like as I continue on into the series, I'm gonna build it out even more. Let me move you closer. Continue to write. I'm gonna build it out even more, which is great. I have a good foundation. How close am I to being done? Oh, I'm really close actually. I've like 3 more sections to go through. And then I think I want to do like a little bit of outlining of the overall story, but I can do that like one morning, no problem, this weekend, and then I'll be done. And then I'm gonna start writing again. We're gonna start the 2K. One thing that I thought was really funny was yesterday I was at work and I was on my lunch break and I was trying to figure out the historical timeline of my book. I wasn't trying to figure it out. I know it. I know it like so well because I have written this book for so long and I've actually written down a historical timeline many, many times. But I did change the age of one of my characters for some reason. I don't even know why, but it threw everything off. And I realized yesterday that not only am I bad at math, I'm bad at like time math. And I was trying so hard to make the timeline work and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Like, I've written this book for so long that me saying, you know, the revolution was 10 years ago, I know that that works out in terms of the timeline, in terms of all of the ages of my characters. Like, it's supposed to work out that this character is this age during the revolution and the revolution was this many years ago. Anyway, longest story short, I was so frustrated and I spent 45 minutes on it. And I realized that instead of making my character 3 years older, I made him 3 years younger than I meant to. And that's literally just because instead of counting backwards in time, I was counting forwards in time, and it threw everything off, and it took me so long to figure out that that's what I did. Oh, I was dying and I was laughing at myself because I'm just so bad at time math. Like, I don't even think I'm that bad at math. I think it's just when time is involved, I get confused. And this was just a lot. There are a lot of dates. I can't show you them because it's all a spoiler, but there are a lot of dates. Not necessarily things that happen in my story, but just like world building stuff that I have in the back of my head. I have a couple more hours before I have to leave for work, and I only have 2 more work days left. I have tonight, and then I have all day tomorrow. So tomorrow is Saturday, and I have to work all day. So I don't know when this video is going to go up. I feel like this video is probably going to go up on Monday because I don't really know when else I'm going to be able to edit it unless I don't really want to edit tonight or tomorrow. It's the weekend. Tom has the weekend off and I want to hang out with him. So this is probably going to be a little bit late. Next week's going to be a lot better. I only have 2 shifts left at the current job that I'm in, and then I start my full-time schedule, which I think is going to be better. It's going to be better for me because I will just have a schedule that makes sense and doesn't switch every single week, and I can actually like pick a day to edit my videos, and life will be grand once again. I'm done it. I'm very, very excited about that. But I am going to spend the next couple of days doing some more organization with the second book in particular, because doing this book bubble has given me so many ideas for the second book, and I have to organize them all because there are so many ideas. There really is so much power to brainstorming for me. I find that if I take a few days, or in this case a couple weeks, and just spend some time really brainstorming and actively, creatively thinking about my story, I just come up with so many ideas, and it feels like a really, really good place to be in. So I think over the next couple of days, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to organize all of my ideas because, as you know, I just email my ideas to myself as they come to me, which is the worst. So my inbox is currently flooded right now with emails, and I am going to put it in my Notion in the second book in the series section. Work through my outline a little bit because I do have an outline. Currently I have an outline for 4 books, but I think I can do it in 3. So I am going to reorganize my outline for the next couple of days. And let's see, what day are we? So I have 2 more days until July 1st, and I'm gonna have more. Yeah, that'll be great. I think tomorrow morning, that's exactly what I'll do, and that's probably what I'll close off this vlog with, is me doing my outline for the entire story. No biggie. It sounds like I'm doing it from scratch, but I'm not. I already have a lot of it mapped out, but I just need to reorganize it so that it is in 3 books and add in the ideas that I have. And then next vlog, I'll start back on track with my 2K a day. I really should have done this in the opposite way. You know, I feel like I should be embarrassed that I announced this big 2K a day thing and then kind of stopped a little bit and just did like a reread and re-brainstorm and everything. Even though I was still doing even though this past couple weeks I've been doing so much work in my story, and like editing is no joke and actively brainstorming is no joke, and I've still spent at least 2 to 3 to maybe sometimes 4 hours a day writing. It's, you know, it's a little embarrassing because I did say like, oh, 2K a day, and I've not been writing 2K a day. But I don't really care, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's me showing you my process, and hopefully through this you can understand that like your process doesn't have to be perfect at all, and you can set these big goals for yourself, but you can shift them around to work with whatever creative juices are flowing. And I really felt like I needed to do this reread and work out this book Bible before diving into the rest of the story. And I think I was right, because I'm at a much better place now to just like power through the rest of the story. She's not perfect is the lesson here, and you don't have to be either. Just do you and set goals for yourself, allow them to shift and change. I think this 2K a day is still going to be incredibly challenging to do for July and August, and I'm still going to try my darndest to get a draft done by the end of the summer. Maybe it'll be the end of September, but it's not necessarily about the goals for me. It's about the showing up every single day. And so that's what I did. Okay, I'm going to go make some coffee and I guess get ready for work, because I have work now. I'm obsessed. I wish I could show you. It's so pretty.
But I'm trying to be for maybe
Every conquest I had made would make me
Work outfit. Have I become fashion? I don't know. I don't know if I've become fashion, but this is what she's wearing. My summer outfit style is literally shroud. Shroud me. Okay, gotta go. I'm walking to work right now, and I was just thinking about, I was just having a conversation with my friend, and I was telling her about my book Bible, and she asked me if this is something that I think that I'm going to do going forward before I write books, or if I had wished that I'd done this before I wrote The Folk. And it made me realize that I never clarified that here, and I don't think so. I don't think that this is something that I could have ever done before writing, and I don't think it's something that I could do before writing. Depending on the story, like if I was writing my haunted project, I think I would map that story out a little bit more, because it's more of like a psychological thriller horror story. I think it would have been too overwhelming to try to write beforehand. I think that I would have not been clear on like my characters and the world building. However, going forward, I'm definitely going to construct it while I write. So it's not something that I would ever want to do again after I wrote a book. But while I write, I'm going to construct my little book Bibles based on my stories, because it's just easier to keep track of the things that I've done and said. So for instance, before I was tracking my characters' ages in just like a notebook, and now it's just going to be so much easier if I make a new character, or if a new character pops up, to just track their ages in the book Bible. Thing with any like little bits of lore or anything that I create. So the book Bible is not something that I would have done before writing The Folk. It is something that I'm happy to have done at this point in time, and going forward I will build it out as I write stories. And the same goes with my dragon project. Like, I'm not making a book Bible for my dragon project before I start writing it. Obviously I've already started writing it, but I'm not going to pause and like make my book Bible. It's just something I'm going to build as I go.